Today on the channel, we head to San Diego Comic-Con, beautiful this time of year, for the 2025 exclusive glow-in-the-dark Bride of Frankenstein.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another glow-in-the-dark NECA Universal Monsters unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we seemingly finish off the line, at least for now, with the glow-in-the-dark Bride of Frankenstein. But for all your non-San Diego Comic-Con needs and a whole lot more, hit up Entertainment Earth. Use the link in the description down below. Support the channel, all that fun stuff. You know how we do it by now, and you know how we do these reviews by now. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And like I said, I seemingly, for now, the last glow-in-the-dark figure, part of this subset, and so forth, Universal line from NECA here. And we're finishing it off with the Bride of Frankenstein. And this one, this line in that was originally a Target, Walmart, all the other stores. You could buy this. You could buy this everywhere. And then I think the sales weren't so hot on these glow-in-the-dark ones. They moved them to New York Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con exclusives the last couple of years. And that's what this one was for 2025. It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and that's where I picked this one up at as well. And this is, I believe, our third Bride of Frankenstein figure. We had the color, we had the black and white, and now the glow-in-the-dark version. Not a huge fan of the glow-in-the-dark versions. Obviously, a Remco-style tribute from back in the day. Still very cool. I am all in on these Universal Monsters. Just recently, there's the Universal Studios Universal Monster sets. I got to track those down. Super expensive, though. You can buy those online now from Universal, but shipping's like astronomical. For like 4 figures, it's like $70 or something. It's absolutely ridiculous. Then the figures are absolutely ridiculous, too. So that's another story. I did pick up that box set not too long ago. I have not unboxed that one of the Universal Monsters, so we'll see about that in the future. As maybe a future unboxing, maybe not. And then just recently announced this week as I'm filming this, Imperial NECA Universal Monsters, a NECA store exclusive. I was extremely excited about those at San Diego Comic-Con. I really am happy to get those figures because those were my first playing Universal Monsters when I was a little kid. I remember buying those at Toys R Us back in the day, so it'll be very fun and very cool, very nostalgic to have NECA editions of those. But we know NECA, they're getting the most out of their molds. They are not messing around at this point. Including this one right here. But glow-in-the-dark's always fun. However, this one, basically it's the head that glows in the dark because everything else is covered up. So it's not truly just glowing all day long, but you do have glow-in-the-dark feature here, of course. Beautiful face right there, looking very nice. What's it say? Bride of Frankenstein, Universal Studios. An authentic posable action figure based on the classic Universal famous mini monsters collection from the early 80s. 14 and up on this one. Looking very good. And the orange writing always reminds me of the Crestwood book series back in the day that covered these monsters that I would check out in kindergarten at my library, my local library, of course. Check out the whole subset down there. Big cross sale. We unboxed every single one of those on the channel. Sometimes my dad was here. Sometimes he was not. Shout out to my dad. My dad said he wanted nothing to do with these glow-in-the-dark ones, so he wasn't unboxing them on the channel. But my dad's doing good, and I'm sure he's watching this video and probably saying, man, I wish I was there for that unboxing. Probably not. But looking good on the back of the package here. Big, sturdy cardboard, going very nice. Glows in the dark once again. Collect the whole creepy crew of Universal Film Monsters, all posable and ready for action. How about that? But not us. We're going to unbox this one. This is one of those sets that might look better on card. Not for me, though. Not for me. We're going to leave it out of the card. See you later. Goodbye. And uh-oh, she even gets her own little plastic tray right here. Pull her out of there. See you later. Oh, hook the landing, laying on top of the camera there. How about that? But looking good. But now we got the Bride of Frankenstein out of the package, and man, this is a wild one. Definitely looks interesting. Now, we've seen this head sculpt before. Got that beautiful, hot red lipstick there. And then, of course, you got the hair going on. As my dad pointed out many moons ago, the white stripes are uneven the way they're supposed to be. They're not totally even. My dad always loved to point that out. And that does continue right here. A very interesting skin tone color on her. Very teal. I guess we'll call it a teal color here. So a tragic tale, the old Bride of Frankenstein. And then I feel like I'm dealing with old school Kenner Star Wars figures here. Obi-Wan, Darth Vader, Jawas possibly, with this vinyl cape. It looks so strange, but it is a touch of the past here, and it gives us a little touch back to the Remco line from the early 80s, as they did say. But definitely wild. But we did see this with Dracula. We did see this with the Phantom of the Opera. Maybe that was it. Is that it? And then the Bride of Frankenstein right here. So it is on point. It is on brand. And this is a high collar I haven't seen since Todd McFarlane at that dinner party we went to the other night. Todd, that's a high collar. That puts yours to shame from the other night. Looking good over here, of course. And then she does got a very mummy-like wrapped body, wrapped up all over the place on this one here. Very bright white, though. It looks really nice in that bright white. Looking very cool here. Now, of course, the other ones we got in the past of her from NECA, more of a dirty gray color, a dirty gray. This is a bright white, looking very nice. Arms go all the way around on this one here, back and forth, side to side. Single jointed elbow, side to side, hand back and forth, side to side. She's got the waving hand. She's going to wave to everybody. Here's what she's going to do. We do got the hula hoop up top here for her. No traditional waist on this one, but you do got the big old legs that go up. Single jointed knees, side to side once again. Little bit of ankle up and down, as she does not fit on a ringside collectible stand because there's no holes in her feet. So an interesting figure to close off the set. Not my favorite Universal monster. I've said that in the past, and I'm going to say it again right now. I just did, actually. But it is cool that they seemingly, for now, finished off this set with the glow-in-the-dark ones here. I like the looks of this one. Not my favorite one, obviously, but it is a must-have if you're going to complete off the line, and that's what we did right here with the Bride of Frankenstein. Not a bad piece of business, but of course, you got to have Frankenstein himself glow-in-the-dark edition. Him and Wolfman and Dracula, I think, were the gruesome threesome that came out to traditional retail part of this line. Everything else went to, of course, exclusivity. But like this, you got to have these two together, I guess, on your shelf representing the glow-in-the-dark Frankenstein monsters is what you got to do. So there's Big Frank, and then, of course, the Bride of Frankenstein right there. So there it is, San Diego Comic-Con 2025 exclusive. Probably find this on eBay reasonably cheap, I would have to imagine. Search there, I guess, is where you could start. But what's your guys' thoughts on this one? Worth the pickup? Pass, long game, no game? Don't need these glow-in-the-dark game. I'm sure a lot of people are saying that. Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to both of my YouTube channels. Check out Patreon YouTube channel memberships to check out more content. We got early access to everything we do between both channels and the podcast over there. And best of all, you do support the channel. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. And of course, the podcast I mentioned every single Tuesday where podcasts are found. It is The Kyle Peterson Show. Check it out if you have not already. So for the Bride of Frankenstein Glow-in-the-Dark edition, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we going to dance or are we going to play?